We move on to a very exciting topic and session to be presented by Bluparrot and Apexa IQ, our cocktail partners for the evening. On AI and cybersecurity automation, are humans still needed? So we have a very interesting setup for this next presentation, and I want all of you to kindly be in this hall and experience this session. We are going to have Mr. Lokesh Aggarwal Ji, President and CEO of Apexa IQ, joining us from US. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it in person here due to travel issues, but we are glad to have him here. So we'll try to establish the connection to have him live on the video feed. And then he has a very important and a very exciting presentation recorded for all of you, which we would like to play it here. And then Aarushi is going to join in with her thoughts as well. So for that, I would like to call on stage Ms. Aarushi Malhotra, co-founder from Bluparrot, on AI and cybersecurity automation. Are humans still needed? Aarushi, can you please come on stage with a big round of applause? And Nitinji, if you would like to join, you can also.
Hi guys, my name is Lokesh Aggarwal. I'm founder and CEO of Apexa IQ. But at heart, I'm just another practitioner, another technologist who has more oh no moments with risk registers that I care to admit. So thank you very much, and thanks to the technology for letting me speak from way far, far away in front of you. And what we have done, actually, I've recorded a 15-minute video for you to watch, and I will hang out here if you guys have any questions after that. My team is on ground as well, if you guys need to basically talk to any one of them in person as well. But I admit, and I would commit that I will be meeting with you one-on-one anytime you want. And I just couldn't be there in front of you today to present it live. So apologies, and let's Kunal, you can run the video, and I'll be here. Thank you.
I was really looking forward. Good afternoon, everyone. First, let me start with an apology. I was really looking forward to meeting with you guys in person today. Unfortunately, life threw me a little zero-day event. Totally unpatched, out of my control. So thank you, everybody, for letting me join you this way. And I promise next time I'll meet you in person. So let's jump right in. We are here to talk about from how we're going to take our journey from chaos to clarity. Because we live in a world where choices without clarity is chaos, and choices with clarity is control. So let's get started, right? To get you understand how we can convert our blind spots into bright spots and take back control of everything that we care about. So we're going to start with a quick question, right? How many of you feel like your risk list is longer than your holiday shopping list? And how many of you think half the items of this list will never get done? Right? Don't feel bad, because you are not alone. Study shows that 70 and 80% of organizations, people like us, say that their risk is unmanageable, right? And this was a big topic at RSA, at Black Knight, and it's a big topic out there in the market, where half of these people are admitting that chunk of these items will never get done because we don't have enough time to do that, right? The truth is, risk is a lot like laundry, right? It piles up so fast that we don't know what's urgent, what things that we need to do, because there are so many things in that pile that we cannot even get to. And we even forgotten that they even existed, right? The problem is, it's in our world. Laundry is not like mismatched socks, right? Because we can go in a mismatched socks, we can go to a conference room, right? We'll look like little like quirky, like I'm wearing right now. But guess what? This doesn't take down your network, right? But in our world, our laundry, what is our laundry? It's ransomware, all the ransomware campaigns. It's insider threats, vendor breaches, and all the regulatory fines. We have to stay ahead of every day. There is a new regulatory compliance request is coming up, right? The kind of pile that is coming onto us, which is burning our budgets, ruining our weekends, no life basically for us. And sometimes it is taking our jobs away, right? It is taking our career away. So that brings us to our first part that we're going to talk about is chaos. So here's the problem, right? What are the three main reasons, right? You may know more, right? I'm going to talk about these three reasons. The first one out of the list that comes right out of the gate is problem chaos is created by because the risk changes every day. Every single day we have new risks coming in. Think about it, right? Things that used to take us 6 months to assess, now we are expected to do that in 6 weeks, 6 days, and sometimes 6 hours, right? Our customers, our people, like I've been in your shoes as I mentioned before, right? Our people are now asking, how can I automate everything? How can I have the risk come in? And how can we do that in 6 minutes? It's not even 6 hours anymore, it's 6 minutes, right? So, and that's what the thing is, you know the feeling, right? We are living in this world on a daily basis, right? So we walk into the office, we check our dashboard, and suddenly, guess what? Overnight, it lit up like a Christmas tree, right? So it's like a smoke alarm, right? That's what I call. It's like a smoke alarm that goes off every time you burn a toast in the building. You don't know, right? There's a smoke alarm comes up and you're like, oh boy, is the building on fire? Or somebody just made a breakfast, right? That's kind of where the world that we're living in, right? So the second thing that is very important to us is, right, is that not all risks are equal. What does that mean, right? That okay, I have a coffee machine in my office, right, or at my home. My coffee machine breaks up at 8 a.m. in the morning. That's a problem. My coffee machines break up 8 p.m. in the night, maybe not so much, right? The same thing applies to every vulnerability that we have. Context and timing matter, but too often we treat everything the same. So let me ask you this. In your current risk register or the list of vulnerabilities, risk of list that you have, right? How much of it is truly business critical today, right? Even the industry is showing that only 20 to 30% of the items that are on our risk register are actually business critical. You know what this means is the other 70 to 80% is a total noise. And that noise is exactly what's stopping us for acting with confidence. Think about it. The third and the most important thing that it's very close to my heart is the fragmented system. Because what does fragmented systems does? It creates blind spots, right? And how do we move from blind spots away, right? Let me ask you a question. How many tools do you think that you have in your environment today, right? I lived this life, right? My security stack was big. I have all kind of vulnerability platforms. I have all kind of EDR platforms, my CMDBs of the world, my Active Directory, SCCM, my patching platforms and all. How many of them do actually talk to each other? Probably none, right? Because what happens when the tools don't talk with each other, visibility completely disappears. It completely disappears because that's where we are creating the blind spots. That's where we are creating the attack surfaces, right? And what happens? Those blind spots that we are creating are dangerous, right? How do we move from these blind spots to the bright spots. Because the way I say it, the era of fragmented systems is over, right? There are three ways that I feel like that we can get from chaos to clarity, right? The first one is, how do we prioritize? Guess what? We need to accept one thing today, that we cannot fix everything at once. Nobody here is Superman. We cannot even be a Superman. Even if we were, even if we tried, we still have to go through 3 or 4 committees and a budget approval before saving the day. Right? When everything is labeled crisis, nothing is truly critical. Right? My point is, right, my house is on fire, right? I don't start painting my bathroom. You deal with what's burning, right? So in risk management, what does it mean? What's on fire now? What is flickering? And what's fine for now, right? That is prioritizing what we do. The second point of bringing us from blind spot to bright spots is basically finding your business context. You find a high severity vulnerability, right, on a laptop. Okay, that's fine. What if that laptop is a CEO laptop? Ooh, problem. What if that laptop is a CEO laptop, but one day before a board meeting? That's a big deal. That's the business context that we are talking about, right? I'm going to take you to one more example. You have a printer, and somewhere in basement, somewhere less urgent, right? Unless that printer is running your payroll, that becomes a business context. That makes it very, very important, right? So I'll ask you and think about it. How many of your teams actually know which assets matter most to your business? Think about it. The third one is another one where we are removing the fragmented systems, is having a unified view, right? Where our tool A is saying one thing, right? Let's say CrowdStrike, and tool B is saying something, and saying, okay, let's just take a simple example of a Windows devices, right? So we say, okay, Windows devices, server, all of that stuff, right? CrowdStrike says, I have 45 because it has agents installed on it, right? Tenable says, 7,400. Active Directory, 92 because there may be so many of them right there. And CMDB is saying, I have 12,000. Which one is right? When the auditor comes in, regulatory compliance comes in, insurance companies comes in, third-party risk assessment people comes in, what is your answer? Right? It takes weeks, if not months, for your teams to figure out what is wrong, what is right. And imagine doing that 40 times a year for your audits, for your assessments, for your insurance renewals, right? That is not a strategy. I know about it because I lived it. I'm living it as a CEO, I lived it as a CTO and head of IT, and I know you live this every day as well. It's a busy work. Clarity means one single source of truth, live data, and focusing only on what's truly impact your business. And once you start seeing those bright spots, the next stop is having a framework to act on them. That's exactly what we have done here at Apexa. We have built a framework for nimbleness and clarity. So this is what I call a virtuous cycle that never ends. This is kind of a dream come true where when we started Apexa, we had so many people jumped in from all over the world, from all over the technologies, and help us build it. Where does it start? It starts with discovery. Discover every asset, every gap, every vulnerability automatically. Then you need to automatically categorize by group by severity, by owner, and that's your second part, categorization, right? The third is quantify. Assign a business impact, very, very important. And also, you will say, is it just uh, ready? I can accept the risk or not accept the risk. What is my tolerance level on this one, right? It's not just a technical severity, right? That's the fourth and very most important part is decide what matters today. That's where you are prioritizing. What matters today? Act fast. Once you have identified, or your system or the framework had identified those things for you by knowing every asset, every gap, every vulnerability, by owner, severity, act fast, fix what's urgent, monitor the rest, right? Again, chaos to clarity framework. We need to start mentioning what is going to give me the best ROI. The framework is telling you that, right? Then the report. This is a virtuous cycle. We did that on purpose, by the way, because the idea is it can start anywhere. Starts with the big discovery here, where so now in the report section we are saying prove your progress, avoid any regression that you have. Here's the thing. We talked about the Christmas tree. Let's talk about that again. If your dashboard looks like a Christmas tree, that's not festive, that's a problem. Red does not always mean panic. Sometimes it just means look here first. Green does not always mean safe. Sometimes it just means no one checked today, right? So here's my challenge to you. If I ask your team today, or if you ask your team today to name top 5 business risks, could they do it? Or more importantly, would they all give me the same list? When you apply this framework, you stop reacting to everything and start being proactive, selective, and confident. So, I'll end it like that, right? Risk without clarity is like playing a golf. We are all golfers here. I love golf. I know my partner here from Bluparrot, big golfer, right? It's like playing a golf in a fog, right? Sometimes you might swing, you don't know whether you hit something, right? And if you even hit it, did you hit a fairway? Or you hit somebody's windshield or somebody's park or somewhere, right? So what does it basically we're trying to say, right? Clarity does not mean removing all the risks, right? It means knowing what matters today, what battles I need to fight today, and having the confidence that you are fighting the right ones. So I'm going to leave you this with final thought. If you had total clarity today, total clarity today, what would you fix first? And just as importantly, what would you stop your wasting time on? Because in the end, the difference between chaos and clarity isn't how much risk you have, it's how quickly and accurately you can turn blind spots into bright spots and take back control of everything that you care about, which is your risk. So thank you very much for listening to me, and thanks for the people here for giving me the time to speak to you.
Thank you so much, Lokesh ji. And any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Lokesh ji is still live, so I'm sure he'll be able to hear and respond back to you live. So do we have any questions for Lokesh ji? No questions yet from the audience. When you don't have questions, that means it was a great session. All right, so big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. Lokesh Aggarwal, President and CEO of Apexa IQ. And thank you so much, Lokesh ji, for taking the extra effort of joining us in the middle of the midnight from the US. So thank you so much, and we are really delighted that you could join us, if not in person, at least virtually, and at this time of the hour. So thank you so much, Lokesh ji, for the same. And now I would like to call on stage Aarushi Malhotra, co-founder from Bluparrot. A big round of applause to Aarushi. Aarushi is going to talk on artificial intelligence and cybersecurity automation. Are humans still needed? Aarushi, all over to you.
Hi. So I am Aarushi, co-founder at Bluparrot. So let me give you the introduction about Bluparrot. So we are into AI and data science. So basically, we are more into agentic AI. So we have the agents which help all the security officers to basically to increase productivity and efficiency. And then we are into data as a service, so we have data sets across the globe which help in analyzing the behavior, trends and patterns, and it will be used for the triggers to automate the cyber risk part. And we are into cloud solutions like Azure, GCP and the other hybrid clouds. Topic for today is AI and cybersecurity automations. Are humans still needed? So anyone here which faces challenges in cybersecurity parts, so we are here to help you. What we do, we make AI agents basically to increase your productivity and the efficiency in managing the frameworks, the cybersecurity frameworks. So we have the AI agent, so that AI agent acts as a single source of truth and available with you 24/7 for the cybersecurity part. So the primary role of that agent is that agent analyzes the use case and then make the security frameworks like as per the use case. So you just have to write the prompt like you are from manufacturing company and you want to design the security framework. So that agent takes the data from the open source and your trained protocols and make the framework for you, the entire security framework which you can use like in your day-to-day work basically to test the cybersecurity part of your assets. So this is our product, which is cybersecurity AI agent, and the use of this product is to increase the productivity and the efficiency and to automate your day-to-day operations. Any questions in this? That how this agent will be used to improve your day-to-day operations, to automate your daily work. So basically, if you are spending, let's say, initial 3 weeks to analyze the security framework, the protocols, so this agent will automate your work from 3 weeks to, let's say, 1 week. And once you train this agent more, once you ingest more data, and it will gradually decreases to 2 to 3 days. So any questions? And this tool has multiple components. So we have data across the globe, the open source data. We collect data from multiple sources. So it has one functionality. It, like on a real-time basis, it analyzes the open source data, the global data sources. So it will give you real-time alerts. Basically, like based on the search keywords, it will give you the alert that this trigger may happen, so that you keep an extra eye to avoid that event to happen. Any question here? So this slide says that ransom attacks, they are increasing. So we are here to help you. We can analyze data in real time for the selected keywords, and then based on your keywords, we can help you in identifying threats in the coming days so that you keep an extra eye on it to avoid or to mitigate that risk. Any questions here? And then we also analyze the trends, patterns, the event happening, and based on it, it will do the psychometric analysis. For example, if you get any trigger and along with trigger there is the statement. So we can analyze what is the behavior of that trigger, and based on that, we can help you in identifying the personalities, traits, so that you can mitigate that risk. Any questions in this part? So it also has third component, which is behavioral analytics. So again, from the open source data or any alerts that you want, we can analyze and we can help you in predicting, we can help you in identifying the event which may happen in the future. Just an extra eye on your manual activities to make sure your system gets procured. And then for the dark patterns as well, so we have the tool, the explainable AI model. So it is in the form of extension. So whenever you open any browser, so AI scans that entire HTML, and based on that, it will give you an alert that this URL may have the chance for risk, like basically it is more prone to risk, so that you get alert at the time when you do any action. So the summary is why humans still matter when there is so much automation in cybersecurity with the help of AI. So AI agent can help you, cannot replace you. So it means we help you to increase your productivity. Let's say if you take 3 weeks to do a task, so we can optimize it to 1 week, but we can't totally replace the human. So AI and human go hand in hand. So this tool is a real-time AI agent with you, which helps you to optimize your day-to-day operations, like making security protocols, frameworks, identifying patterns, traits, anomalies, behaviors, so that before the action happens, AI helps you in predicting the event that you can avoid. So for fintech company, Bajaj Capital, we are doing lots of work in cybersecurity domain. So we created AI agent for them. So in that AI agent, we ingested all their protocols. So they just write the prompt, and based on prompt, it will give the responses on how to mitigate that risk. So we are also working with government clients like Ministry of Defense, Indian Navy, like in making the AI agents to optimize their cyber security vertical. And we are cloud agnostic. If your entire stack is either in AWS or in Azure or in GCP, so we have plug-and-play solutions. We can give you the microservice. You can just integrate and it will go with your existing systems. So secure your future with the AI-powered edge.
Thank you so much, Aarushi, for that insightful thought on AI and cybersecurity automation. Are humans still needed? Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Aarushi Malhotra, co-founder from Bluparrot. And thank you, Aarushi, for enlightening us with this wonderful session. Would now like to call on stage Mr. Vivek Gupta, Chief Information Security Officer for Data Privacy and Business Continuity Management from Mankind Pharma. Vivek ji, if you could kindly come on stage to do the honors of felicitating our speaker. Thank you, Vivek ji. Please come on stage. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Aarushi Malhotra, co-founder from Bluparrot, for that wonderful session. on AI and cybersecurity automation, are humans still needed? Thank you very much for that, Aarushi. Aarushi, I would request you to kindly be on stage. We would like to give the certificate of Lokesh ji as well. Vivek ji, if you could also do the honors for the same. Yeah, sure. Please join on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is for Lokesh Aggarwal ji, President and CEO from Apexa IQ, whom you all heard on the video and on the live video call as well. A big thank you to Lokesh ji as well for joining us all the way from US and on his wonderful presentation session. Thank you so much to Team Apexa IQ and to Team Bluparrot. And thank you so much, Vivek ji, for doing the honors.